Moments ago, went through their usual pregame ritual, although there's nothing usual about a Game 7.
What time is it? Game time!
And welcome to Game 7, everybody.
Yo,
His name's there.
Everybody, welcome to the Game 7 podcast. We are your hosts, De Niro, Marcus, Sable, and Tannerman. What's happening, bro?
What up?
You all right?
Nah, man. Somebody praying on me today. For what? I don't bother nobody.
It's Xfinity.
Yeah, they're a hoe, but I don't know, man. I'm here though. What's good, y'all?
What's good? What's up?
Chilling.
Oh, hey. Let me see. Let's see about 3, 6, 9. Multiply that by about 3 rows. How much money you got back?
He has actual racks.
We must be.
And that's not even the whole
boxes.
wall. That's not even the whole wall, which is what makes this more depressing than anything.
It's systematic brokenness back there.
Systematic. Yeah. Hey, listen. As long as you don't pull out them mags, I'm all right, bro. Because I'm gonna be honest.
Nah, that's out of my pay grade, Joe. That's out of my pay grade. I did enter into that raffle. You had to donate some money. So I did do that, but I did not come up a winner.
I did too.
Oh.
Win some, you lose some.
Both of them. I did too.
Fell for the okie do.
We just knew we were throwing that money away. We were like, just we go ahead and throw this away real quick.
Wow.
That man been at work with the soundboard.
Right.
Hey man, do a little something. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing, man? As usual, Game 7 podcast, Sunday ritual. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Share this to your page. Tag people, invite them, comment. Y'all know the rest. We're gonna get right into it. I mean, we got Marcus for a limited time. Therefore, how y'all doing? What y'all wanna dive right into?
I know Marcus want to get some shit off his chest.
You only here for limited time. Let
me just go ahead and sit while you go ahead and say what you got to say.
Look, you know what, man? I don't even know what to say sometimes about just our community and this whole Sha'Carri Richardson situation. I saw yesterday on the ESPYs that I think is Anthony Mackie who was hosting the ESPYs yesterday.
Yeah.
He was up there and he had a monologue just basically saying that, hey, she was suspended for some weed. How did she suspended for some weed? The worst thing that can happen being suspended for or just smoking weed is watching Bob's Donuts or something stupid like that, And
Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers. Bob's Burgers. And it's just amazing to me how our society is like this right now. That we get to decide on what rules are applicable based on how severe we think the rule is. So as society, if we don't deem the rule as severe, then we get to basically say what the penalty is. But that's not how it works in the real world. That's not what it is. So for all those people, I can go on forever about the whole rules. I keep hearing about, it's just weed. Listen, it's not about my personal opinion about weed. Do I smoke? I do not. I do not, quote unquote, medicate as the word that we all want to use right now. Okay, I don't medicate. I don't smoke. Those who do, I don't have a problem with it. All right. So it's not about my personal opinion about smoking weed. It's not about my personal opinion if she should be suspended for smoking weed. All right. Because honestly, to me, is it that big a deal? Suspendable offense for 30 months? I don't think so. But I'm not USADA. I'm not WADA. I'm not the Olympic IOC. So since I'm not three of those things, nor three, I don't get to decide on what it is about weed or not. So let me just ask everybody who wants to sit here and tell me it's just weed, it's just this. She can run. I can't believe she's smoking weed. I can't believe she got suspended for weed. What's the first thing? She knew she couldn't smoke weed. There's a small window that you're tested for weed. She knew what that window was. She said she knew it. She knew the consequences, and she smoked it anyway. So at that point, I have no bearing for you whatsoever. I don't feel sorry for you whatsoever. Okay. So at that point, once you tell me you knew the rules and you did it, I got nothing to say to you. But this is what I'm going to ask everybody. Okay. If you've been working for something, everybody in here in this chat, everybody who's listening has a dream. They have something that they really, really want, something that they work for, something that they sacrifice everything they can for. And when you do that, most people in life, even though they do all these things, don't have the actual opportunity to reach that dream. Okay. So let's say that you do. You're a couple weeks away from that. And you say, listen, all right, your dream is right in front of you. All the sacrifices you made, everything that you have done to reach this point in your life, to reach your ultimate dream in life, to become one of one in life, whatever you want to do. Anybody who's done that is right in front of you. Now, here's your choices. Smoke this weed, smoke a blunt, and it's over. Everything you sacrifice, everything you work for, everything in front of you is over if you smoke this blunt. If you don't smoke it, yeah, basically. But if you don't smoke it, you'll get to reach your dreams. Everything that you put everything into, all the sacrifices you made will be available to you if you do not smoke it. That's what's in front of you. Now ask everybody, would you smoke the weed at that point in time? No, you wouldn't. I'll answer the question for you. So at that point in time, it's not just weed anymore. Okay, so for all those keep telling me it's just weed. No, it's not. It's your life dreams. It's your life sacrifices. It's your life's work. That's what it is. And that's what we keep missing. That's what was at stake. That's what she knew what was at stake. Okay, and we as a community have to stop making excuses for us. Because we as a community, listen, we come to our defense and we should, because we have to. Because a lot of times we come into it like this is all we got. We all we got. But when we're wrong, we're wrong. And we got to come out and say, you know what? Is weed a big deal? Maybe not to me, but to them it is. And to your job it is. And if your job says I can't smoke weed and you will be tested for this or you're suspended, then why put your life's work at stake for that? Why put your life's work at stake? And that's where I come from in this whole thing, is that it's not just about that. We don't get to make the rules, no matter how severe or non-severe we think they are. The rules are the rules. We know what they are, okay? Then I don't want to hear, when you're a professional athlete, I'm human. Well, you know what? Humans can make right decisions too, okay? But we never use that when we make a good decision. When we make a good decision, we never say, oh, I'm human. It's only when we make a bad decision. Let me tell you something. When you're a top-tier athlete, you're not like everybody else. You're never like everybody else. Your life ain't like everybody else. Your skills not like everybody else. Your praise is not like everybody else. Your money's not like everybody else. Your job's not like everybody else. Nothing you do is like anybody else. So when you decide to make this decision, don't give me I'm just like everybody else, because nothing you do about your life is like anybody else. Because you're making a sacrifice that nobody else can. The person working at Bob's Burgers, as we want to refer to, they don't have the chance to be the world's fastest woman. They don't have that opportunity. They don't have the opportunity to be one of one in the world. One of one. And all these humans walking the earth. That's what her opportunity is. The dude at Google ain't that guy. That's not him. The dude working at the Nike joint, at Wendy's, at Chick-fil-A, they don't get to do that. They can go smoke. They're replaceable.
And really,
they don't get this opportunity every 4 years. They frying chicken every day.
They shouldn't do it either. If that's the lowest you got, I mean, technically, you're right. But, you know, in the context of the argument, if you're smoking weed and you flipping burgers, yeah, the expectations are low, but you should probably.
But you understand. But you understand where I'm coming from. Is that these are the people who are trying to tell me that it's okay for her to do this, not understanding what's at stake.
So as somebody that comes on here all the time, that opposes the system, from that standpoint, I have every right to sit back and argue, oh, they're outdated and stuff. But the fact of the matter is, if you are at a job. Nobody's forcing you to be there. Nobody's forcing you to do that. Nobody put a gun to your head, say you have to run fast. Nobody said you had to apply for the job. Nobody said you had to drive trucks. Nobody said have kids, obligations. None of that. You are free to do whatever you want with your life, including smoking weed. But if you work that hard and if you apply and you want those things to work, the job says, regardless if it's right or not, the job says you cannot do that. So that's really the end of it. Outdated, whatever, feel how you feel. We can be good. We can medicate. We can do a lot of things. But like you said, in them positions and, you know, with that riding on it, I agree with you 100%. Like, you got to put something to the back burner. So I think
what sucks for her situation is I appreciate that she took accountability.
At first she did.
Right.
And she saw she kept moving away from that.
Well, because I mean, it's a hard situation for her to be in. One, I 100% agree with you, Marcus. Two, I don't know what her relationship was like with her mom.
Me neither.
But as someone who has lost a parent, I'll tell you right now, my dad I found passed away early Friday morning. I don't remember that whole weekend. Not to say like I was inebriated, but just the emotional strain that went on, took the toll it took on me. I don't remember shit from that weekend. Right. So being in that position, I definitely drank. I'm pretty sure I smoked. You're not thinking logically because you're so overwhelmed with emotions. But like you said, you're in a position that's a one of one. Yes, you are human. Yes, you're still going to have those emotions. But I really wish she may have had somebody next to her or with her that could have helped her. I mean, no one knows. Like I said, I know what I did when my dad passed away. Granted, I wasn't facing, being in the Olympics. So I didn't really have those risks of, all right, if I smoke this, I might not make it. But when you're at that point, the last thing you're thinking about is what your actions right then and there are going to have, what consequences are going to be. And that's like the horrible part of this is like, it wasn't like a regular random weekend and she was out partying and smoking and drinking. She had just lost her mom and decided to smoke. So either self-soothe her, whatever you want to call it. So it's like, that's the worst part. I'm not giving her a pass for it, but that's like the worst part of this is like, it wasn't just her out, which we see a lot with a lot of athletes, as them out just doing bullshit, like with the whole COVID thing, everyone going to strip clubs, the rules, you're not supposed to be out. Right. So it wasn't like one of those situations, which is kind of where I feel somewhat bad for her. But I'm glad she did take accountability. I know she's probably tired of it because it's like.
Yeah, she kind of walked it back a little bit, though. She did take accountability for it right away. And then she started walking it back with some of her comments afterwards. But two things I want to say about that. First of all, I won't tell anybody how to cope. That's not what I'm here to do. I can't tell you her frame of mind. I can't tell you how to cope if you lose a parent. That's not what I'm here to do. What I am here to say is this. There was one way that you couldn't cope. There was one way that you knew you couldn't do. You couldn't cope one way. You knew that. I can't tell you how to cope, but there was one. I can tell you how not to. And there was one thing that you couldn't do. Right. And you did that. Now, as far as her relationship with her mom, well, after the race, I don't know if you guys saw it. So after the race, she went up and grandmother. She went up and she hugged her grandmother. But during her basically her speech afterwards, when she was talking to the commentator, her basically post-race press conference, so on the track conference, she basically said, hey, I just lost my biological mom. I just found out, but I'm just so proud of everything that we've done. I'm so proud. I want to make my mom proud. I want to make my grandmother proud. I want to make my family proud. Like, she was just very accepting of what happened. Like, she knew the atmosphere and what had just happened with her and what she has accomplished and all the hard work that she's put in to do this. So for me, she was in that frame of mind to, say, listen, I am going to go ahead and represent my biological mom and my grandmother and my family, because this is what I'm here to do and how I need to represent my family. So to go from that to going to make that decision. Now, again, I don't know what those emotions are, but it tells me that you were in the right frame of mind to understand what you felt like you needed to do. And what you needed to do was represent your family the right way, because that's what you told me you wanted to do. That's what you told me. So you had kind of, I can't say process, but you knew what happened there was some processing going on at the time, but you had to get ready for your race. All right. You dominated your race. You knew your life dream was right in front of you. And then you wanted to make your family proud, your grandmother, your biological mom, everybody else. And then you went to that. So for me, it's just very difficult for me to say, like I said, listen, I'm not here to tell you how to cope, but I am here to tell you there was one thing you couldn't do. And if you decide to do that, you deal with the consequences. And she did. Okay. But for me and our people to come to her defense and say, no, like she did nothing wrong. That's wrong.
She broke the rule.
Okay?
She broke the rule.
Like,
and that's, she broke the rule.
Yeah.
And that's, the rule is the rule. No matter how outdated it is, the rule is the rule.
Exactly. So we can't sit out here and just determine what her punishment should be because we don't think weed is a bad thing. It's like, Ricky Williams, you have a weed business. Of course you think it's okay. Okay. Also, Ricky Williams, why aren't you in Canton right now? He comes out and says, I believe I'd be in Canton, which is the Pro Football Hall of Fame, if they would have let me smoke weed. How about this? If you didn't smoke weed, you would have been in Canton. How about let's switch it? How about let's not take away your career because you lost years in your career because you were smoking weed? Okay? Well, Steven Jackson, you are not a Hall of Fame basketball player. Okay? All right.
They praise him now.
Go ahead.
Because I saw the post today or yesterday, but I think it was today that said that they're the committee are coming together to try to, be lenient or fix the rule or whatever when weed, and that's great. If y'all want to say she pioneered that or brought the conversation up or whatever, but yeah, like you said, the rule is the rule. In response to Jason, she knows she jagged, damn, get off her dick. First of all, we gonna talk about it because it's out there. Right. Second of all, listen, we ain't on her dick. The fact of the matter is, that's a situation that I would tell anybody. I don't know that girl. I didn't work with that girl. I don't know her. But, what we're talking about and the reason why it's worth talking about is too many times you have conversations with the people left and the right with you, and they'll allow you to be, your own problems. They'll allow you to be your own hindrance. They'll allow you to, derail yourself. And you have to have people around you that's like, nah, girl, not now. Or, after the fact, even if she takes accountability, the amount of people that went to the point of, hey, but dude did this and they did that. Yeah, okay, it happens. We're going to get into another subject and situation that's similar, but she can't do that. I hate to say it, but we know what happened with Barack, and we're held to a different standard and a different set of rules than white America, which is why I said before, and I say on here all the time, understanding the system is not designed for you is a big
people
thing.
also people were like throwing Michael Phelps and shit in there. Michael Phelps never tested positive.
He never tested positive.
It came out later, so that's what. Yeah, it's like you can't use the same arguments.
The argument is that, oh, they did it, and we know that. We know what Trump did as opposed to Obama. Is my point. We know what presidents before did in comparison to Obama. We know what these politicians, these boxers, these athletes and stuff are able to get away with opposed to ours. So my point in that is, at some point, we can argue that to the death. You can sit back and you can come to her defense and be outraged and be upset, but she has to have, and we have to have, a different outlook with greatness and how we proceed with things. Is the whole point of
this. Is my thing too. Aren't we tired of our athletes getting suspended or not being able to reach their potential over drugs and alcohol? Like, aren't we tired of that?
Well, when
are we so tired of hearing that we got to say, okay, enough is enough. We cannot throw away our dreams. Like, you are a black woman. Now, understand, as a black athlete, you take our whole community on your shoulders. And you may not want it, but that's what it is. Okay? And Naomi Osaka is finding out how that works too. That's coming. She's figuring that out right now.
Jay, this is history, bro. This is not.
The thing is like, what do you say?
That's it.
We're going to kill her, and you know why? We're going to get on her, and you know why? Because if she does something great, we're going to praise her until we can't praise her no more, and we're going to get on her until we can't no more. And you know why? So she'll never do it again. That's why. She will be on this so much that she will think about this every single time she decides to make a decision that is not in her best interest. She's going to think about this. So it's okay, because when she does something great, we are going to be on her like crazy, and she deserves that.
And that's a good point, Marcus, because that's a great point, because if she doesn't smoke weed and she goes to the Olympics and dominates, we throw her up as a superhero. So it can't be one-sided.
Exactly. No, we're gonna get on her so she never forget. And I don't want her to think that this is okay. And that's what we're trying to get it. We have enough people patting her on the back and saying, "Oh, well, you shouldn't have got suspended. It wasn't a big deal." That now she doesn't really know if she did anything wrong anymore. Like now it's just kind of like, well, I got suspended, but everybody telling me I really shouldn't have been suspended. Okay, but maybe I should have, maybe I shouldn't have. And that's why she's kind of walking her comments back. And I know it's a lot for her. I know it. It is. But that's the price of admission. That's what we do. That's what you are when you're a professional athlete. It's the fame and the fortune. It's the price of fame. It is what it is.
Every 4 years? Is Olympics every 4 years?
Every 4 years. And you know what, D? There ain't no guarantees in sport, man. Yeah. There ain't no guarantees. Let me tell you something. When Sha'Carri Richardson won the NCAAs as a freshman and she turned pro, we didn't hear from her for 2 or 3 years. She fell off the map. And now she just started to come back. Okay, this isn't promise, man. Like, it ain't in life and it ain't in sports. So you can't understand and guarantee that she's going to be back in 3 years. Now, I hope she is. And I hope she's a world champion, an Olympic champion. I hope so. I'm rooting for her. But there is no guarantee in this game. So when the opportunity is in front of you, you have to seize it. You have to seize it. There is not many LeBrons and Michael Jordans and Usain Bolts. These guys are one of ones, man. Like this stuff doesn't happen all the time.
If LeBron James does something today that's on some scandal shit and hit the news,
it's everywhere. It's everywhere. But to see the longevity and the greatness of some of these athletes, that is not normal. We try to normalize it. That's not normal. It's more normal for you to be great today and gone tomorrow. Allison Felix, what we're seeing from her, she's a one of one, man. Nobody has been in that many Olympics since she's been 18 years old. Like, nobody has the range of sprinting she has. She is by herself.
Yeah.
Okay, and Sha'Carri is trying to get to that. And you don't get to that by missing Olympics and missing opportunities over stupid stuff, over weed. And we have to understand that. We just act like it's going to come back. She'll be back. She'll be this. We hope so, but we don't know. And yes, we're going to get on her because we don't ever want this to happen again. We want to think about this through training all the time. She makes too many sacrifices. We're disappointed. Understand this. Like, the people who are getting on there, we're disappointed. We're not mad. We're disappointed in the decision she made, so she can't showcase her talent.
Right. And then this is the conversation that needs to happen amongst all types of athletes. Because even though you might feel in your personal life that weed isn't a big deal, if there's a rule against you smoking, the rule is the rule. You have to follow that. If you know that you're going to get tested before tournaments, if you know that it's just like with work. If you know that your job can randomly test you, why would you jeopardize that over something that's not even like it's stupid. It's such a small mistake that has such big consequences. And that's the thing. It has nothing to do with the rule, how outdated it is. It's just, why would you make a small mistake that you know has huge consequences? And we have to, as a community, stop. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. You know, it's just weed. Like, I'm surprised she ran as fast because she was all like, no, we can't make light of it. Like, there's serious consequences.
Deal. Right. It's a huge deal because now you don't get to go to the Olympics. It's a gigantic deal.
Now you have to wait 3.5 more years before you can go to the trials again.
Your life's work is over right now.
And then anything can happen in those 3.5 years.
Anything. So it is a big deal. And let me ask, I don't understand why for some people, why they can't get their head around this, that the Olympic Committee, USADA, and WADA, they don't want their athletes competing high. Like, I don't understand what the big, like, they don't want their athletes competing high, and we have a problem with that. Like, we have a problem with that. Like, I think
what it is because so many, I get what you're saying. And I think what it is, and I've seen a lot of people talk about this, is because a lot of, the NHL, and if they're starting to go away from testing for weed. And just because I may have smoked last week, right? But my shit might still come up that, hey, you have THC levels in your hair or your urine or whatever. So I may not be high currently, but I can still test positive for marijuana. So I get where they're like, okay, yeah, she didn't smoke before she ran the race. She smoked a couple days prior to that. So yeah, she's still not high.
Their THC levels are tested within 24 hours. So they're testing levels for 24-hour periods. So basically,
right, but your high lasts a couple hours unless you smoke it all
right,
day.
But what I'm saying
you're
is
technically not really running high or performing high.
You're not.
But okay, I get it. I get it.
All right. But they're testing within a 24-hour window. So the window is 24 hours. That makes it even worse. Okay, basically, because that's all it is. Okay, but the simple fact is that because of that, the reason why the window is so tight is because of that. They don't want their athletes competing high. So whether or not, we don't know the exact time she smoked, whether it was at 12:01 the night before, 6 a.m. the night before, or an hour before the race, we don't have that number, but we do know the window in which they test. So from that standpoint, as you're saying, we don't want you to even have the chance of being that way while you're competing.
So here's my question, and this is the first thing that came to my mind with it. She would have been representing the USA. So I feel like it would have behooved the USA to let her run. So that's why I kind of had the distaste for, people not pointing the finger at her and kind of doing it to the USA, because it seems like if it benefits you, you get rid of that test, or you overlook some things or don't release that information and stuff. So I feel like the USA had more to gain by letting her run than suspended her. But I mean, the rules is the rules.
Yeah, it is. But like, I agree with everything y'all saying. But at what point, like I say this, she fucked up. She fucked up. She dropped the ball. Yeah. So at what point is it okay to say, like, okay, we can revisit some of this?
What do you mean?
Revisit the rues.
I think they should revisit the rules.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I seen mostly. Like, you get a few people that say let her run. I don't believe she messed up. She suspended.
Right. She broke the rule. She broke the rule. It is what it is. But I do think that they should revisit the rules around it, because more countries, especially in America, more states are starting to move towards legalizing weed. Where she ran, weed is legal. It's legal to smoke. So I get the gray area, and I think they should revisit the rules. Some of them are a little outdated. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's not a performance enhancer. I get you don't want your athletes high because there are some events that shit might go wrong. But at the end of the day, it's not a performance enhancer. So I think there should be some leniency with the rule that they have around marijuana. But, hopefully that will change in the future. But it just, at the end of the day, even if it does change, she still missed her opportunity because she broke the rule while it was a rule.
She definitely.
Well, and that's the thing is to be clear, I think all of us are saying the exact same thing. Like, it's outdated, and we may not be. I've seen people say, "Oh, the fact that she was able to do that smoking weed is, that's dope or whatever."
No, it's not. It's stupid.
The point of it, but the point of it is, even as the U.S. moves to legalize weed everywhere, to move the rules with athletes in different sports, different areas, jobs, even so on and so forth, the laws, etc., change. If your job, and I'm just being honest, because as a nigga that drives trucks, if my job tells me that I can't drink or smoke, and I get into an accident and I was caught drinking or smoking, even in a state where it's legal, or even some of the arguments that said, "Oh, alcohol is worse," we know this. All the common sense shit in the world, we know that. All we saying is, for us, me personally, the conversation only shifts to accountability, not finger pointing and everything else from the Black community, which is, like I said, transitioning to the next thing. You can talk to you blue in the face as far as rules and what should be accepted, what could be, so on and so forth. But she knew the rules. She violated them. It's gone. I don't think that's killing her. I think that's just
being honest.
That's the fact.
It's being honest. Yes, and if you don't want to hear it, then don't do it.
Yeah,
we're in a society, D, where you only want to hear the roses, man. That's where we at today. It's we're in a society where we only want to hear the roses. So if it ain't something we want to hear, we canceling you. we checking you, we blocking you, so we don't have to hear any of that.
Or your Uncle Tom, or you lame, or you this, or you that,
or you that. Instead of just sitting up here saying, you know what, this ain't about any kind of systematic racism within the Olympics. And I miss what you said because I don't know I have my internet, but I miss what you said on that. But it has nothing to do with that. I mean, we got Gabby Douglas who ran in 2160s in a 200. Like, people understand how fast that is for a female. Like, she is rolling. Okay, Sydney McLaughlin is the first woman to ever go sub 52 in the 400-meter hurdles, and she is a black woman. Okay, and we're not praising that. The first woman ever. So in the history of life, of people running the 400-meter hurdles, she's the only one to do what she's done. Sub 52. There were so many black athletes. Allison Felix is going back again. Our whole sprinting team is littered with black athletes and black women. This is not about keeping our best 100-meter sprinter out of it. We're trying to put Jamaica out.
Right.
So Nigeria, get Nigeria the fuck out of here,
bro. So it would not help us to take our best 100-meter runner out of it. Like, we need her for the 100, we need her for the 4x1. But as we said, you have to follow the rules. Yeah. And the simple fact that our society knows that we can't get away with shit anyway.
Right.
So, but then when it comes to this, we like, oh, we feel like we should get away with this because we just good at our job. Nope. You can't.
Yes. So, and that's a perfect transition for the Rachel Nichols shit, because I see a lot of people killing Rachel in regards to her comments, and they made it very racial. And I understand that with racial undertones, which is what I said. Everything is racially undertoned. If you want to talk about Head Starts in America, jobs and the rest of it, it's all racial undertones and stuff like that. But what Rachel was referring to in the whole situation with her and ESPN and Maria Taylor was valid. I mean, if I worked for something and these are in my contract and this is what I do, because you are attempting to save face and catch up with the times during the time where George Floyd is being killed, and WNBA players and NBA players alike are trying to decide if they want to kneel, if they want to play, they want to boycott, and you decide that you want to put a black face out there to look like and seem like you're pro-black and with the times. Yeah, nigga, you just can't get rid of my job and just negate what I'm here for and all the things that I worked with to try to save face. And for some reason, people tend to think that is about keeping a black woman down, and I just didn't see it that way. For me, the context was, first of all, if a conversation leaks on me and I ain't called you a black bitch, nappy head, hoe, nigga, none of that, miss me. All she did was congratulate her.
She didn't even say she didn't deserve it. She didn't earn it. She's not a hard worker. She's not good at her job. She just said
she was great at her job.
Right. Yeah. All she said was
give her everything you want to give her. She said, give her everything.
All she said was is ESPN ain't on their shit. And that's what's crazy about this is everybody's attacking Rachel and not ESPN for the fuck shit that they're on. Absolutely. It's their problem. They're the ones who are trying to push somebody. Because
Sable, that requires us to actually sit there and listen to what people say, which is what a whole bunch of people in society, not just the black community, a lot of communities don't do. It would require us to actually listen to what Rachel said, which is
and that's the thing. I don't think anybody even right. No one really listened to it. I think what everybody saw was the clickbait of the headline of Rachel, someone who's not black. Saying something about a black woman. No, she's racist. She's racist.
I love it.
She's racist.
I love it. Come on, Zach. Come on, Zach.
The thing is like this. Zach, if you believe that you earned a job, and somebody else got your job that you believe you earned, you're going to say something about it. Now, Rachel gave praise to the person who got the job. Said she does a terrific job. She does a great job here. But what you're not going to do is try to be political at my expense. That's what you're not going to do. And that's okay. Because we would all say that.
Because they should be able to put her in a position without sacrificing somebody else. And this is what's the sad part is that they were just doing it because she was black.
Right.
So you're just trying to put me in a position because I'm black. Not because I earned it, not because you think I'm great at my job, but you're like, oh shit, It's a lot of Black Lives Matter stuff going on. We got to get in front of this. Let's put a Black woman in the front. So you're treating me like a token Black person, and no one has a problem with that.
Right.
No one has a problem with them treating her as a token Black person.
And let me ask all our Black folks that say that think that she earned it. Well, if she earned it, why they renege on the contract that they offered her?
Hold on. Hey,
I just want to know.
Any given Sunday, hold on. Remember any given Sunday when Jamie Foxx called Al Pacino out on his shit, and he said, "Get out there and play like you in your mama's backyard." And that's all the fuck this was. All it was pandering. And nobody's saying she got the job because she was Black. What they saying is she got the promotion in the face for the things that weren't in her actual contract and the things that she was there for, because it was a sign of the times. It looked good. I don't give a fuck if you don't like Rachel's stance or the fact that she said something not. That's her job. And she's right. There's a whole other movement with women fighting for positions in a man's world that y'all not even acknowledging.
And she said that.
I know.
She said it. She said, listen, I understand. I've dealt with it. She's like, I dealt with it as a woman here. I know how ESPN, she basically said, listen, I know how this company works. I know how ESPN does their business because I've dealt with it as a woman. So I already know what they're trying to do. I already get it. She explained, actually, she couldn't have explained it any better. She couldn't explain it any better. She
not knowing that the audio leak. I want to keep saying that. Not knowing that the audio leak, she still said right there, hey, listen, just because y'all are fucking behind and trying to catch up, I've been out here.
Right.
I've been doing it. Give her any job, any position. She's great at what she does. She's this, she's that. Praise the woman. Right. Just not mine.
Just don't give her the job that I earned. The job that I earned. That's all I'm saying.
And then she doubled down and said, in fact, it's in my contract.
I think that's what people are missing. It's her job. It's not like they were both going up for a promotion. They were both fighting for something. And she's like, no, you should give it to me. It's in her contract. That means ESPN guaranteed that that's what she was going to be doing. So you want to violate my contract to clean up your bullshit.
To clean up your mess.
No.
Not on my watch.
No.
Not on my watch.
No.
And I'm totally okay with that. There was nothing racial about it. But again, if we all sit here and think, okay, Maria earned it. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, let's just say that. Then why is it that the original contract ESPN offered her, okay, is now gone? And they said, you know what?
She got greedy.
Not only, right, because you ain't good enough for me to pay you that type of money. That's just the thing. It's like, you know what?
Because we as a community gassed her head up. We as a community gassed her head up and was like, no, she deserves that. We was all riding for her. So she was like, no, I don't want that. Matter of fact, I want this Stephen A money. And they're like, nah, bro.
No. Thought she was Terrence Howard. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Terrence Howard tried that shit with Robert Downey. Saw that guy his ass.
My bigger problem with it, and we talked about, and this is why I tied them together. We talk about accountability and so on and so forth, right? I saw people tearing Rachel down saying, you know, oh, we rather look at her. That ain't got shit to do with nothing.
It ain't got shit to do with nothing.
Listen, they talk about, oh, she slept with this. That ain't got shit to do with nothing. And listen, even this comment right here, this is a strategic move by ESPN. Got you. So you would rather a business pander to, and we just talked about IKEA. Oh, here's your fried chicken and watermelon for Juneteenth, but not hold them accountable when there's a woman that's sitting there telling you, just because they're trying to throw a black face out there to raise the rating, to get the viewers, to do whatever they're doing, you think it's okay? It's not okay, bro. Like, nothing about that is okay. If anything, it's a slap in the fucking face. And that's the part of me that's like lost on people in general. Black people, let me be clear. Black people, it's lost on black people. That is a slap in the fucking face for them to say, put this blackface in it. It's basically blackface.
It is.
Maybe ESPN sick of you niggas looking at they white women though.
Listen, exactly.
Maybe they're like, you know what, niggas?
Since we share the same last name, Mr. Moore,
drool over your own can.
Let me say this, Mr. Moore. Since we share the same last name, there ain't nobody tuning into the finals.
Bro, that's Maria crazy. Taylor. Listen, this is the problem. Let me. That
is not what's happening.
Listen,
That is not why it's down. No. That is not why it's down. The ratings have
first
nothing
of
to do
all,
with Maria Taylor
Zach,
being there. Nothing at all.
Okay, listen, Zach, let me tell you something, bro. I said this shit about politics, and this is why I don't like niggas, bro. I'm gonna be honest, I don't care. Cancel me, say what you want to. I'm gonna be honest. No. I'm gonna be honest, because and then y'all can have the fucking floor. This is what I be talking about when I be saying niggas want slaves and fucking to own the White House and run the world and own the company so that they can shit on white people the same way that white people did us in history and so on. Like, fam, that's not unity. You can't march for unity and ask for unity and then say, yeah, give me the job. Give me the job because I'm black. You can't do that. You can't do that.
But if you do, acknowledge that. Just say, okay, yeah. Acknowledge that.
This is the crazy.
If you do, just acknowledge it. Just say, you know what?
Let's be honest. Nobody wants to be a diversity hire. Nobody does. That is a slap in the face.
If
nobody wants to be told.
Maria literally should have been out there and been like, y'all putting me on because y'all need a nigga, huh? Fuck out of here. And she should have been an ally with Rachel, and that was my point. But now they're in a position where she wants Stephen A. Smith money, and I know ESPN is like swinging in the air like Cuba Gooden Jr. right now. What the fuck? What's she talking? Bro, listen, y'all got to get out of that.
I would have been in that room when she asked for that money. I
swear to God.
I really wish I was an exec for that money. I really wish she would have asked for that money.
Hey,
I went up for a job. Look, personal experience. I went up for a job against somebody who's also a minority, but she's Mexican. And we interviewed for the same position. I have more experience than she does, and everybody knew that. Now, mind you, my hiring manager for this promotion is white. The other manager in the position or that was in the interview is also white. 2 white males. Same interviewees, same questions, same everything. I get the job. She runs around because one of the higher ups is black. They hired her because she's black. That's not a good feeling. That's not something I was like, yep, I got hired because I'm black and he's black. No, I want to be known that I got hired because I can do the job. I want to know I got promoted to this position because my resume spoke for itself. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you talking about I would rather be a diversity hire than not be hired at all. No, I don't want a pity job. Nobody wants a pity job. Wow, and if you have that same stance, what I would like to know is how you would feel if somebody took your job and gave it to a woman for a diversity hire, because that's what we're talking about, is somebody having their job taken from them to give to somebody else because your employer is fucking up.
It makes sense. Hold on. Make it make sense. I would rather be a diversity hire than not be hired at all. Okay, so if you're a diversity hire, so that means you were hired because you're a minority. How can you then be mad because they hire white people because they understand now? Make it fucking make sense. If you're gonna be discriminated or inclusion or whatever by race, just say you don't want unity. You can't get mad at them, bro. Like, that's my problem with the whole situation is you can't then get mad. And also, I'm going to say the same shit about Maria Taylor. You can't then fight for women and then shit on a woman that did not shit on you on account of a company that is playing the diversity game, if you want to call it that.
And Maria did play the sympathy card. I don't know if y'all saw that. She did play the sympathy card talking about being in a dark place. I said, you better stop. You better stop. You are not in a dark place.
She did. She said, nah. We all seen it. Like, that's not cool, bro. That's not cool.
I agree with you 100%. I agree with you because if what you say is true about the contract, I didn't hear that, but if that's 100% true from what you guys are telling me, if that's in her contract and Rachel's contract that she gets that job, I'm assuming Maria knew that. Like, you're close enough in those circles where you kind of know, especially as women, kind of what is in a deal because of what you're going to ask for when contract time comes up. So you're very familiar with that. So if that's the case and you took the job anyway, knowing that, and then try to talk bad about Rachel for basically standing up for herself, then what are you actually doing for women in your career?
That's my issue, because you're in a you're in a male dominated industry. You know personally how hard it is for women to get those types of positions. You know how hard you have to fight. You know what you face. You know what type of criticism you get because you're a woman in that industry, and you shit it on another woman.
Listen, Zach, bro, I'm gonna end this with this, bro. If you're qualified, you get the job, bro. But to be the token black dude, and you just said it yourself, I would rather be hired, diversity hired, than not be hired at all. I'm sorry, dog. I gotta disagree.
They'll never respect you at that job as a diversity hire because everybody's just like, oh, he's just here because he's black.
Right,
man. Listen, and that's the problem. Whether you qualified or not, and I get it. Get your money, my nigga. I'm not mad at none of that, and I know people gonna interpret it how they want to interpret it, and I don't give a fuck. This is why I always say, go ahead. What you gonna cancel for me? What are you gonna cancel? You can't cancel me. You can't cancel. There's nothing to cancel. I don't got no deals. So therefore, I'm gonna tell you like it is. At the end of the day, bro, if you're around motherfuckers that hired you and they know they hired you, and you have to question if you're only there because you're black, okay. How you gonna feel when they fire you because you're black, nigga? Like, how you gonna feel when Don't then sue. Don't then sue. Like, it's and that's my point is, if we playing that game of because I'm black, then you have to fully play the game because I'm black. When they hire you or they get rid of you because you came in the parking lot bumping NWA and they don't understand shit, oh, they fired me because I'm black. I know it. Fam, if they ask you to man the grill at the company picnic and you sit back and you get mad because you the nigga there and they like, come on, bro. It's a lot of different things that come with just being the face of the black people or the person that's included or inclusion because you're black. Like, listen, be qualified, get your education. Nowhere in this have I ever said, hey, don't be smart, don't be the best at what you do. But to know, and this is the point, to know factually, you putting, hey, Zach, we need you to get a speech on Martin Luther King's birthday, bro. Ain't no way you doing that. And if you do that, I'm gonna lose respect for you. You gonna stand up there in front of motherfuckers and bring in and wear the Hanukkah and dashiki and shit during Black History Month because you're the guy. No, it's a lot. Let's not play these games, man. It's shit that I'm talking about. We have to play the game again. We don't have to. And y'all gonna get me down a different road because y'all know where I stand on that. You don't have to. You don't have to.
But playing the game doesn't mean not have respect for yourself. And that's the biggest thing. You have to respect yourself. And accepting that you're the token black person at an establishment says that you accept that they don't respect you at all.
Guess what? If I'm qualified to do it, I could do it anywhere.
I don't have to work for this person.
I'm letting you have it, Marcus. But listen, do you think LeBron James' talent goes down if the NBA is not behind him? You think LeBron James is not LeBron James because it's not the NBA no more? It's the LBA, LeBron Basketball Association. You think that for a second LeBron is not? That's wild. Oh, he's only LeBron James because it's the NBA. No, nigga, he's LeBron James and he has the talent anywhere in the world. Him deciding to take that talent where he takes it and the skills and the things that he know, the connections, is completely different than saying, okay, I'll be the face of this and I'll make you billions, whoever owns the fucking NBA. And that's the mentality I'm trying to get y'all to get out of. I mean, I'm done talking about it. If you're qualified, be qualified. Be qualified. You the best.
I think the biggest confusion in this case is because people are trying to say that Maria was qualified. Maria is very qualified to do the job. I mean, Maria is very good at her job, which Rachel went ahead and she said that. Maria does a very good job on all the venues. She on college football. She does, all the stuff on their Saturday show. She does the sideline reporting on there, which was a breakthrough for Black women because most Black women weren't sideline reporters. Okay, you have Pam Oliver, which is pretty much one that I can remember off the top of my head, but it was mainly good-looking white women that were sideline reporters. So Maria Taylor broke through in that industry. Then she became like the main probably travel host on that Saturday show in college football.
Y'all know nobody shitting on her. Thank you.
And then she became, she was hosting a show with Jalen Rose, an NBA Countdown on ESPN. So, which she took over a spot for another white woman who was running that show. So she does a very good job. So I think the misunderstanding is that, no, she is a qualified reporter, but that was not her job. It was Rachel Nichols' job, who is also a very qualified reporter, who it was inked in that it was her job. And the only way she could lose her job is A, if she's doing a bad job, which she wasn't, or B, if you decided to jump her for political reasons, which is what happened. So yes, from a standpoint of just looking at it from the surface, is Maria qualified to do the job? Yes, she is. But we weren't talking about the qualifications. We're talking about, did you earn the job? Okay, which are two different things. Am I qualified for it? Yes. Did I earn it? No. Two different things. So Rachel earned the job.
And bigger than that, I think Rachel says the same fucking thing if it's a white woman they put over her. Who the fuck is this bitch?
Like, she would have.
That's all she was saying.
Right.
Y'all
it didn't matter. It didn't matter who she was, but because Maria was black, she basically said, I know the game they're playing because they pulled this, you know what, with me as a woman. So I understand what's going on. And Maria does a great job. Does a great job, a terrific job. But this is my job. And it's okay to say that. Like, any of us at work would do that. If somebody passed us over, we would say, listen, they're qualified, but they didn't earn it. I earned it.
You're not taking money out of my pocket.
All right.
I don't care who you are. You're not taking money out of my pocket.
Again, as a community, we got to understand that. But all we saw was white woman talk about a woman who was black, and then it's over. So then it's like, you know what? Rachel Nichols, now she's smashing Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah.
Rachel Nichols.
Yeah. Now she's smashing Jimmy Butler, and now she got to be X'd out of everything.
Hey, listen, the funniest part about that is them saying Rachel leaked this story to say that she loved black dudes. that shit is funny as hell. Because I love black people. I just was getting black dick the other day. You know what I mean? Like, Jimmy, tell him, Jimmy. Yeah. Listen. All of this shit, like I said, as far as accountability is concerned, Zach, I'm glad you was in the comments today, bro, because this Sally, you know, I've known you damn near your whole life, my G. It's like that's the mentality that I hate is I don't want to see people feeling like we have to play their game. Said it before, and I think somebody else, I can't remember who echoed it. Jason, you know what I'm talking about because you posted it. So probably one of the worst things that we ever did was fighting for integration. And a lot of people may not agree with it, but I just feel like some of these undertones and some of these things that go on, we're so stuck in the mentality of being accepted or being welcomed in or being a part of it that it gets lost in your own greatness. If you're great, be great. I want to be in a world where if I'm the dopest motherfucker doing it, I know I'm the dopest motherfucker doing it, and I'm standing next to a Filipino, Asian, white, black, whatever. And I know this. I don't want nobody to give me no award or no praise because they said, yeah, you're a pretty good rapper for a black guy. That's why.
Yeah. This is all I want. This is what I want our community to do. We're going to sit up here and we're going to tell each other through all of this and through a Maria Taylor situation to say, you know, we got to be better than everybody else. You know, when you walk in the room, you got to be 10 times better. You can't leave no doubt. You can't do this wrong. You can't do this. You cannot give them an excuse to bring you back. We will sit up there and we will say that when we talk about Maria Taylor. But when we mess up, we don't hold ourselves to the same accountability. So in the Sha'Carri Richardson, we flip now. Oh, it wasn't that bad. Oh, it wasn't that bad. Which way do we want?
Or when we mess up, we're only facing these consequences because they're mad that we're black or it's discrimination. No, you made a mistake. You actually fucked up.
Which way do we want it? Which way do we want to do it? We can't have it both ways. So we're going to tell each other that when we're walking into a situation where we can be promoted, what not to do. We have to do the same thing when we're going to be demoted. And when we're demoted and we mess up, we have to be accountable for our people and say, you know what? Just as you are influencing young black women in a positive way, this is a negative way you are influencing young black women. We don't want them to think it's okay that you can go and do these things and still get by, because in real life, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
Well, and to be fair, a lot of people that see the weed don't believe that it's a bad thing. And that's a whole
debate. That's not the debate,
though. It's not society, though. That's not.
Yeah, it's not the debate.
Listen, I know. I'm just being fair. A lot of people are projecting. Is my point. My point is, a lot of people are projecting what you want to do with your life and be able to do with your life and the things that you are accepting and won't accept it in your daily life, you can't then put off on the next person. Again, the expectations and the things that are going on. You may want to sleep around. You may think it's okay to have multiple women. Barack Obama can't be in the White House having multiple women, dog. Hell, let's take it a step further. Let's be honest. LeBron James cannot have a scandal. He's a fucking basketball player. He cannot. If this dude drives right now and is caught speeding and whatever, it's a way bigger story than your black ass. Let's just call it what it is.
But you know why? Because more is at stake. And we have to understand that. And we have to understand that there's an empire at stake. There's an Olympic opportunity at stake. There is so much more at stake than just smoking weed. And that's why I keep telling people, despite what I think about smoking weed is irrelevant. It doesn't matter what I think about it. But the reality of it is that smoking weed cost her life's work. And then it's just not weed anymore. If it was just weed on the surface, that's one thing. But it's not. It's your life's work at stake. And when that's at stake, it's not just weed. It's everything. It's everything you sacrifice. It's everything that you put your work into. You are not just a normal human. You don't do anything that normal humans do. Anything. You're training. You're eating.
Should I take it? I'll take it a step further. If she was, I'll take it a step further. I'm a type of person where if it's irrelevant, because I don't get on here and talk about Lil Uzi Vert and the rest of them dudes, man. I don't get on here. I don't know them. I don't know what the fuck. If you were a normal human and I didn't have any respect or love for what you were doing and want to see you win, I wouldn't talk about you.
Exactly.
I wouldn't address it. In her situation and in a lot of these situations, including the Maria Taylor, and I think they hired another minority. I can't think of her name right now, but they hired.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, they hired a completely different minority. Yeah. I had a minority woman this week in light of that situation. But the bigger thing that I wanted to take away from these conversations, and then I give y'all the floor again or whatever, it's just accountability and sticking together and having a common fucking fight. If you want to stand for that, great. But ain't nobody make her smoke. And I seen a meme the other day that said, back in the day, and we can use D Rose as an example. I know for a fact D Rose growing up the way D Rose grew up, there were gang members and gang leaders and so on and so forth around that wouldn't allow that man to touch shit and be involved in shit because they knew where he was going. That's the culture that I'm used to. You have to have people around you, and you have to have, including after the fact. D Rose now, shit, we could talk about Kobe and his situation. We could talk about D Rose in a couple situations D Rose had. There's a situation that you just look at and you go, matter of fact, niggas do it all the time with rappers. That's when little baby people got to take the rap. He got to have somebody around to take that for him. He can't have it on him. Right. Okay, keep that same energy. She's supposed to repeat. Somebody tell her don't put it down, or somebody, bigger than that to sit back and realize what the dream and the goal is. And that's all we talking about here, man. At the end of the day, you're an Olympian, or you should be an Olympian. That's not easily achieved.
Not many can say that.
And especially not just being an Olympian, but actually have the opportunity to be the fastest woman in the world. There's a lot of Olympians. Some aren't that great, even at the highest level. They don't have an opportunity to win a medal. Not only do you have that, but you're one of the top 2 fastest women recorded this year. That is different than any other human on this earth. That's what's at stake for you. And it's so much bigger than that. That's why the weed is so much bigger than that. That's why it is. And it just disappoints me that so many of our leaders, like Anthony Mackie, want to come on TV and just act like it's just not that big of a deal. When he knows.
Wait. What Anthony Mackie said? I ain't seen it.
He made a whole joke about it on the ESPYs.
On the ESPYs yesterday. And
really?
Yeah. When he knows how tough it is. And listen, we just watched
and praised him.
We talked about that. You asked me I was just finished it not too long ago. And we think about that show. And what that represented.
What did he say?
Marvel.
What did he say?
I mean, basically he made light of it and said that you shouldn't get suspended for smoking weed. Like, smoking weed is not a performance enhancing drug. Like, it only makes you go. What do you say? Well, Bob,
something about binge watching Bob. Like, it was basically what all the other memes were saying. Like, yo, she deserves a medal for smoking weed and being able to run and win. It's making light of it.
Yeah.
No, we get what weed does to you, right? We understand that. But the fact of the matter is, she's a 21-year-old who had the opportunity to be an Olympian, who now has to wait another 3 to 4 years when she will be 24, 25, older. Body's a little different. Anything can happen. And in sports life, that's what I'm saying. In the sports world, those years are compounded. It's not just a simple 4 years. So it's not just, weed's no big deal. No, she really, and who knows, like we said earlier, who knows what can happen in those 3 to 4 years. She might have an injury where she can never compete again. And all of that over a blunt.
Over that. Listen, we have I forget his name. We have an 800-meter runner for us. And he's the world record holder right now. And guess what he didn't do? He did not qualify for the Olympics this year.
Really?
He is a world record holder. He is our best 800 runner. And in the final, it was just a bad day at the office. It is not promised. It is not promised. I cannot stress this enough. It is not promised. All right. What happens, the reason why we keep getting on her and why I want this to hurt for her, I want this to hurt you so bad and to burn in your soul so bad that you will never, ever, ever compromise your talent again. That's why I want it to hurt so bad. That's why I don't want to let up. It's not because I don't support you. It's not because I don't want you to succeed. It's not because I don't want greatness from you. It's because I want all of that from you. I want it to burn and hurt in you so bad that you would never, ever compromise this again. And that's why we need to stay on her. Because right now what's happening is that now she thinks it's okay. Because everybody keeps coming to her defense. Like her comment was, well, we kind of knew we weren't going to be on the 4x1 because if I wasn't talented enough to run in the open, then why would I be on the 4x1? No, it's not about your talent, Sha'Carri. It's never been about your talent. Your talent is next level. You are a superstar. Make no qualms about it. You are a superstar waiting to happen. You got the it factor. You got it all. You are waiting to light the world on fire. But because you decided to make a mistake and your craft and your life's work was not as important to you as smoking that blunt that day, now we have this. And that's just the reality of it. It's not about us coming down on you. It's not about us wanting to see bad for you. It's about we want the greatness from you because we see how great you can be. But you cannot make silly decisions when your career, your sports career especially, is at stake. You don't get to do this till you're 60. That's why with athletes, I always say when people try to retire them, I say, man, play as long as you can, as long as you can. Because when it's over, it's over. When it is over, it's a wrap.
Crazy, man. I've been on here before and we talked about like politics and stuff. And people always say, oh, you do a lot of talking. And I've never in my life been like, oh, I sent water here and I PayPal this and I do this and I'm there, whatever, right? I've always said, to me, the thing that hurts most with feeling the way that I feel on most days is realizing that if I go tomorrow, ain't nobody finna feed my family. In those situations like that, man, when you're dealing with legacy, it's a lot of people that got her name in their mouth and that would, be, I really feel like it's an undertone of like happiness or relief or real subtleness that goes into, oh, she just smoked weed. But the fact of the matter is that's that woman's legacy, dog. Like you said, she could have been the fastest woman. Superhero shit. Black Panther, movie theater, reaching young girls, aspiring little girls shit. And y'all would rather reduce her to the face of weed and don't understand why it stings. Like, that's my thing is y'all not finna feed her if she never does anything else for her in life. And again, I know some people say, well, you're not gonna feed her. Got it. But I'm also not finna feed her no bullshit either. Fam, you got a choice to be great and you got an opportunity that most will never have. And I don't know the doors that open, but I do know the doors that close when you don't get those endorsements and you don't get those next level fame, magazine covers, and so on and so forth. So to just say that it's weed or it's just that it's a wild thing in general, because that legacy of her name, her hair, everything she stood for should not be tied with that bullshit. It should be tied with something completely. Barbie dolls, dog. I'm talking sneaker deals. I'm talking clothing lines, Nike ads. There's a lot more there for everybody to just dismiss it as we're coming hard on her or killing her because of this. Fam, y'all are not going to sit. Matter of fact, y'all not even going to supply her the next blunt. But y'all like that she smoke. And there's nothing wrong with smoking. There's nothing wrong with her smoking. It's just implications of sitting back and saying we killing her when everybody around her should be wanting her to be in the movies, in the ads, in the commercials, on YouTube, teaching, walking. Like again, 4 years from now, she don't break that record if she don't get to the Olympics. And this is the last thing we heard from her.
Then what? Yeah. I mean, then what? It's like, then what? Exactly. It's like we just assuming that this is gonna happen. We're taking all this for granted. And we're doing it because of what? Why are we defending something? Listen, like I said, how I feel about weed is irrelevant.
Absolutely.
I don't really care how much she smokes. I don't care.
I want a whole blunt right now. Somebody give me a blunt.
Let me ask y'all this, because we are an hour in on it.
All right, go ahead.
How do we look at her when they're gonna look at this? How do we look at her after?
So Anna, we're gonna look at it the same way we looking at reform right now. Fam, we understand that there's guys in prison for selling weed and they legalized it. We understand that.
I ain't talking about, I'm just talking about Olympic. Well, I ain't going that deep.
No, I'm looking at the same way because
I don't have no problem. I'm saying it. I'm saying it.
The rule.
Exactly. I'm saying, how do we look at her? How do we look at her in the event that this is the reason it gets looked at and it's turned around? And then they say, you know what? We letting up.
No, I'm telling you, the same. Listen,
it's still unfortunate. But the fact of the matter is, I'm not going to give her kudos for breaking a rule and then it changing, because you still broke a rule.
Right.
And it's not as if she has the chance to play next month, right?
Right.
It's the Olympics. They only come every 4 years.
Right.
This isn't a regular sport that has seasons that go every year, every 6 months, whatever it is. It's 4 years away. This isn't just, it's even more severe because it's not as if she's a WNBA player and all right, I smoked some weed, I can't play this season. I'll be back or next month. No, you gotta wait 4 years.
Game suspension.
Let me take it a step further. Let me take it a step further, bro. I've said this and I'm gonna apply it on all levels, and then again, y'all can have what y'all want. When it comes to football players, basketball players, athletes, jobs, truck drivers, let me tell you something, man. As a man that has to feed his family, if you tell me I can't smoke weed, I can't smoke weed. If I see you lose $1 million contract or get kicked out of the league, and that's your claim to fame, your name, you suspended for a season or whatever the case is, and you can't provide for your kids over weed, I'm still feel the same way. All I'm saying to you is I do not disagree with the usage of weed. I don't even like the system that it's in. But as Zachary so elegantly put out there, we do have to play the game, or we are playing the game. So in that case, all I'm saying is, hey, as a dude that sits back and I have to feed my family, I ain't just starting up a company and DOT sitting back saying, oh, you got your own company? Go ahead, smoke all the weed you want to, my G. I'm sitting back saying, man, I would light a blunt right fucking now on this motherfucking podcast in front of everybody if it made me feel great and it got rid of these stresses that I got. And I have no problem with that, but I can't. And if I can't, and I know that I can, I know there's more at stake, not just with my personality, my legacy, but my family don't eat off of this. Whether they change the shit or not down the line, there are absolutely men in jail, black men in jail, minorities and others in jail for moving, selling weed, and they legalized it. It's all fucked up. But one thing, like Marcus said, you cannot do, if it says that you cannot do it, is smoke weed. That's it.
You just can't do
That's it. It really is not deeper than that. All we saying is like, yo, you got to put that away for at least wait to the off season, like J. Cole. Wait till the off season.
We've been saying it for an hour and 10 minutes. I got to talk about the other side. For an hour kicking her back in.
And if they change the rule and
they change it the same, we're gonna keep talking about it. The reality of it is that we feel the same way no matter what it is. Like if they change the rule because of it, it was still a rule when she did it, which she knew about. Okay, so she signed up for this. She signed up for it. So when she signed up, this was the situation. All right, when she signed up. So she broke the rule. She knew the rule. She willingly did it, and now she's out. So if 8 years down the line, because you know what, Santana? You know what she'll never get back? These Olympics. she'll never get them back. Yeah. So it don't matter if 4 years from now or 8 years from now, it's a different rule because guess what? She ain't getting that Olympics back. She ain't getting it back. So I'm going to feel the same way I felt about it and the same way she felt about it, which was I knew it. I knew the consequences and I made my decision. Yeah. And my thing is this, that we're coming from the standpoint is that we think that this is very important to Sha'Carri. We feel like her life's work is so important to her. Now, if it's not, then we all can shut the you know what up if that's the case. But we feel like it's that important. So that's why we're on her the way that we're on her. And the reason why we're taking the time to spend the hour plus on this is because everything else we heard has been the opposite of what we're saying. And accountability of our community. Because our community wants to make excuses when it wants to benefit us. That's what they want to do. And then they want to act like, well, we should boycott the Olympics. What?
We talking about niggas. We talking about the same niggas that had a problem with the turkey leg hut dress code. Like niggas that don't matter. That's how I feel. Like these are niggas that got a problem with that. Like,
but they okay. So I'm gonna tell you.
Can't wait to talk about that.
Okay, Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson. I'm gonna say he matters. It doesn't matter. Steven Jackson gets paid by a program on television on a weekly basis. Came out and said we should boycott the Olympics. Why would we run for a country who doesn't care about us? Basically, because we're performing for the United States. Let me ask you this, Steven Jackson. You played in the NBA.
A weed advocate, though.
Okay.
we talking about a weed. We talking about a weed advocate, though.
Right. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. Now he's exactly. Number one. He also has a weed company. So does Ricky Williams. So
it's called All the Smoke.
They would support this whole weed smoking thing.
I expect. I expect that from somebody like him. You know what I'm saying?
It's good for business, but again, he gets paid by a network. We do not, but he does. Okay, to talk about this. All right, but he says that now, Mr. Steven Jackson, you entertain the same people in this country for money. So why did you play in the NBA? I'm just asking. If we can't represent the country because we don't want to entertain and represent the country, you entertain these same people for cash flow. Why didn't you give that money back?
Listen, man. Again, Steven Jackson. I'm gonna tell you, Steven Jackson is one of those. Steven Jackson has one of the personalities you love and hate. One, street dude, so to speak. You know, I liked him when he was gritty in the NBA, and that's the type of players that I like, the ones that, really no pushovers or whatever. We know that he stands for Black Lives Matter, whether it was Black Lives Matter before his homie George Floyd or how far he went into it. Cool, like Santana said, up in smoke, you got an agenda. That was your podcast. You smoke weed, you gotta dispense it. It behooves you to understand that other side. And let's be honest, perspective is a motherfucker. And that's why I try to be as biased as possible in this and saying, hey, listen, I don't got no problem with weed. Zero problem with weed. Zero problem with what you do with weed. But the fact of the matter is, like you said, hey, Steven got an agenda. Steven has an audience. Steven made a career on performing and playing in the USA for the USA. You cannot then and listen, some people may say
I just don't think what are they thinking? Like, come on, man. I'm just like, did you think about this before you said it? Listen.
Like now when you got an agenda on hand though.
Well, that's the thing.
So he catering to his business and his audience, like up to date.
Right. And you said that.
It's all Ricky Williams.
Audience.
Ricky Williams.
Right.
Like Ricky Williams, you missed years in the NFL for weed. And then you said, if you would have let me smoke it, I could have been great.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I don't know nobody that didn't like watching Ricky Williams play.
You know what? That's not a lie, though. It's not a lie. Like, that is the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth. But Ricky,
it is
you can't do that.
But
that was
the thing
rules
is that you can't break the rule just so we can let you in and so you can be great.
You know, I'm going to reverse it, right? In terms of football. There was certain things in early stages of football that I think you can't. I know in basketball too. You can't do no more. Them old Bulls days of just beating the shit out of Jordan. Them old days of Lawrence Taylor just breaking niggas' legs. You can't do that no more.
Right.
So it's like it's the reversal of that. Some things that you could do back then, you can't do now. Some things you could do now, you couldn't do back then. So it's like, Ricky, sit your little weird ass down, bro. Like, smoke your weed, be happy. Because at the end of the day, is it not a victory that now, Ricky, you have a dispensary and you can smoke all the weed that you
all
want?
the weed
Like,
that
you may not.
And you sacrifice your career for it. And that's the thing. Like, that was a decision you made. The decision you made was, I'm going to sacrifice part of my career because I feel like the weed is more important. And you did that.
Take off the weed.
And it is what it is.
Oh, my bad.
So that's what it's going to be.
So do y'all feel like Reggie Bush got to shut the fuck up then?
I've never listened to Reggie.
I mean,
I can't comment on this because I'm a Trojan fan, so I'm just gonna shut the fuck up.
Not even shitting on him. Just like on the other.
Brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up.
You know what I'm talking about then.
No, but he should shut the fuck up. But
he should shut the fuck up then. I mean, I just how I feel.
Like, this is my thing with that. And that's a great point because the way I feel about that, I could say that I'm kind of contradicting myself, but this is what I will say about that. If you want to take away the Heisman from him, as you did, and you want to do that, I'm okay with that. But let's kick back all that money y'all made. All that cash flow y'all made, all the stuff y'all made off his back, we want that back too. So we're going to retrofit it. I'm okay with it. If we're going to say he was ineligible, and nothing counted. So the greatest college football player I ever seen, in my own two eyes, if that never happened, then all that money, the market, all the NCAA money, all the USC money, ABC money that y'all was getting, kick all that shit back. Yeah. Then we good. Yeah.
Open the book.
We good. Yeah. But if we're going to hold the money, if we're going to hold some of it, and we're going to hold everything else that came with Reggie Bush, because he was must-see TV, and we're going to bring all that, then you need to give him his Heisman then. He needs to be eligible. But we can't have it both ways. That's my only thing with Reggie. Have it one way or the other. If he's ineligible, then you can't get under the money. Let's kick it all back. Let's give it all back. Let's go 100%. All of it's coming back. But if he's eligible, and you're going to take the money as if he was eligible. So now I saw it now, right? The money came through, it cashed through. So then I saw it then. So that something happened. So if that was the case, then get a man his Heisman back and put him up there. That's where I'm at on that.
I can't argue with that. That's I mean, because you're acknowledging he's eligible if you keep in the dough.
Exactly.
So then he was eligible for the Heisman.
Right. And you're going to take the benefits from his eligibility.
I'm going to leave this fucking broadcast. Huh? You're not funny. I'm going to leave this fucking show.
I really love a sundress. I love a sundress.
Sundress. Hey, my bad.
You're so fucking childish.
What I did.
It's too hot. It's too hot. It's too hot.
It's perfect weather.
Stick to your shit.
It's perfect weather.
Nah.
Perfect
it's too hot for your bullshit.
Hey, you hear her? She talking about it's too hot to fix relationships.
Let him go.
I gotta get up out of here, man. I gotta get up out of here.
Marcus, appreciate the love,
man. I'll let y'all, man.
All right, man.
For sure.
What you mean is too hot?
It's too hot. Let that shit go.
What's too hot?
The shit that's in California right now is too hot. Triple digits, 111, 112, 115.
Y'all ain't got AC out there?
I got AC. It's a nice 69 in my house right now.
Oh. Whoa.
A nice 69.
A nice
69. A nice 69. Yeah.
Well then. Sundress. My bad. I really love a sundress.
You need to grow up.
I'm grown. I love sundress. I'm grown. Grown ass man. So what's up, y'all? What y'all want to talk about next, man? What y'all want to talk about, man?
Let's get straight into niggas going nigga. I brought it up already.
NGN.
Hey, we need a beat for that segment, yo.
Yeah.
NGN segment song.
Niggas gone nigga.
Well, I'm listening.
Go ahead, Tanner.
Oh yeah, well,
yeah.
Famous turkey leg hut down here in Houston posted a new dress code policy. and all the ratchets were up in arms about the dress code because they say they were attacking black folks. So I'm like, how is that attacking black folks? I'm thinking like the code is more anti-ignorance. It's like pull your pants up on your ass.
It's like the steakhouse. What was the steakhouse 48?
Steak 48. That's down there in out there in River Oaks. They got a dress code, but y'all be mad dressed up.
Here's my thing.
For them, but
y'all have a problem with somebody telling you to dress like you got some damn sense. Like, listen, if we really just look at this, y'all have a problem with somebody telling you, please make sure that your body is covered, you're wearing proper clothing, your clothing is clean, it's put together. You have a problem with looking nice. We really have a problem with looking nice.
We have a problem with looking nice when it's our own telling us to look nice.
It's just, you know what? And I'm all for dress codes. I'm gonna just put that out there right now. I'm all for dress codes because you know what? If I'm going somewhere and I'm going to enjoy an environment and I'm going to a restaurant to eat with my friends, the last thing I want to see is your ass hanging out your jeans. The last thing I want to see is somebody, I don't care what you are, dirty, dusty, just why you come out the house looking like that, hot man. Like nobody wants to be around that. I don't want to be around bitches screaming A and twerking all on the chairs while I'm just trying to eat my goddamn lobster. Like, I don't want to see that. Like, I came to chill and eat some dinner. If I wanted to see asses shaking, I go to the club. Like, I don't understand why this is Walmart. Such a big deal. Or Walmart, which is why I don't go to Walmart. But my thing is like I went to a place not too long ago with one of my friends for happy hour. We want to go get a drink, want to get some seafood. We go to a very popular restaurant out here in Sacramento. The first thing I am greeted with when I hit the corner to go to the front door is a black woman and her friend in bonnets, in pajama, like dirty attire. Like it wasn't even like, oh, you know,
dirty attire.
It was just dirty. No, their clothes were dirty. Like
I know.
They had dirty as fuck. Like what? And I'm looking at them like, you have makeup on. Your nails is done. You went out the house to go sit outside in someone's restaurant looking like that? You think that's acceptable?
Hey, listen.
Like,
I want to go on record saying that often because I know people said I use my platform to promote racism and so on and so forth. I hate niggas. I don't have a problem saying it. I hate niggas. And that goes for male.
It's the ignorance for me. Like,
yeah, that's
it's the ignorance for me.
I'm good to
like,
saying I hate niggas, but like I hate ignorancy, man. I can't stand it.
Well, niggas to me is ignorant unless you're using it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Whatever. But for me, it's like again in the context of always being transparent and being honest, like let's not lie. Like we like being in environments where, you know, as soon as I'm sitting down eating and you talking about, hey bitch, hey, yeah, hey bitch. I don't want that shit, bro.
See, me, it depend on the environment. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. There's a time and place for everything.
Yeah, I'm knowingly
time and place for everything.
Going to somewhere where I knew, like, you know what I mean. But not everywhere is for that. Especially just because it's owned by black folks, don't mean it's automatically.
Oh shit, we can cut up now.
Because y'all ain't doing that at Steak 48.
That's a whole other conversation because as soon as you put black owned on there again,
that's automatic. I'm automatic. We automatic twerking these shit because you're black. You know what I'm saying?
Not only we automatic twerking, we just feel like we just run this bitch. We just took over and we can do what we want to. And then we get mad when you know white people call us out on our bullshit because it's true. It's true. Like like the shirt and the hat is gonna say soon. Niggas gonna nigga. Like, listen, respectable black people. Again, listen, Sable onto something. At the end of the day, it's a simple statement, but
niggas gon' nigga.
Niggas gon' nigga. Like niggas gon' nigga is a very, very powerful fucking statement, and it's true because at the end of the day, if you know it goes back to knowing that you can't curse and say certain things in front of your grandma or your mama, and being able to just click that on when you leave a certain environment and get around people that you respect, or put on your, you know, your corporate voice when appropriate and talk to people how you want to. We know when it's appropriate, you know. So the fact that you just disrespected my establishment like this with all the bullshit says that you don't respect me. You don't respect what I got going on here, and you lowering my property value. You lowering my motherfucking customer rate. You fucking with everything that I done built around here because you want it to smell like twerk wind in the motherfucking daytime in this Houston ass heat.
Twerk wind.
Listen, twerk wind.
Wow.
It's beautiful fucking turkey legs out here, and you out here showing your little turkey ass. Get that shit out of here. Like,
so is trap music that powerful?
To a nigga, it is. Am I lying? Is that not a true statement? To a nigga, it is. I hit trap music. I bop my head.
It's spinach to Popeye.
She twerk her ass.
Spinach to Popeye.
Should they stop
Trap
playing?
music is spinach to Popeye to niggas.
Should they stop playing it?
There you go.
No, people just gotta know how to fucking act.
No.
But it's powerful.
It is powerful. It's the power fucking pipe. Let me tell you.
I'm making a joke, but I'm literally bringing up.
I love trap music. I love trap music. I love ratchet music. I love those. I be rapping Key Glock. I love trap music. I pull up into my place listening to Key Glock, no word for word.
But do you show your ass in public?
No.
Yeah, will it make you twerk at the turkey leg?
It's just like there, but that's the thing. Like it's a time and place for everything, and that's what I really wish we would understand and accept. Is these dress codes are basically enforcing that there's a time and place for everything. I'm not saying all dress codes aren't discriminatory, because there are some places that do have outrageous dress codes where it's like, okay, you just really don't want black people here. But for the most part, they just don't want ignorance. Like, the fact that they had to write out to not show your underwear, to not wear house shoes.
Yeah.
The fact that they had to write that shit is really sad as fuck. And the fact that we have a problem with that.
Hold on. Can I intervene for a second? Because this is gonna fuck some people's heads up, right? The same people that's saying, why you play the trap music if you ain't want me to dance, is the same ones that say,
don't say it. Don't you say it, goddamn it. Don't you say it.
Just because I dress like this don't mean I'm a hoe. The same people that's saying, well, you put it on, I'm a dance, is saying, listen, hey, look, Santana, I'm just being honest. Listen, if we can't be transparent, it's quick. Listen, and I'm sure
you about to go down another street right here.
I'm just saying, I hear trap music, and I'm gonna be honest.
Hey, ladies, get a gun, ladies.
No, we
have this. All right, let me.
I'm saying you about to take me down another street right here.
Hey, no, Santana, I'm gonna highlight this. Watch this. Listen, we have this beautiful young lady here. Go ahead, flex your hair for a little bit. You know, anything, flex, pose.
Get some sunshine. Get some demon. Give me a little demon. There you go. Hey,
there you go. We have this beautiful young lady here that says she hears trap music and she listened. And then we have the rest of y'all that heard trap music and you heard twerk right now.
I mean, now mind you, depending on what environment I'm in, I might start twerking. I might start shaking my ass. But if I'm at a restaurant, I'm not standing on the table shaking my ass. Like,
wear your undies outside in the public.
Like, there's certain I don't understand.
Go ahead.
It's just there's a time and place for everything. If you can dress appropriately to your place of employment, because you know there's a time and place for everything, why can you not do the same at certain establishments?
Hey, listen, just because I'm dressed like this don't mean I'm a hoe.
Hey, I love hookah and I love trap music. That shit ain't that powerful, yo. And it's the thing, like, that you can still like kind of dance around there, and because we just went a couple days ago, it's still a great atmosphere. You can still have fun. You ain't got to wild out, man, and be naked.
Listen, man, the only people mad. All I'm saying is the only people mad at it are the people that feel that they can disrespect the establishment. The bottom line is,
All I'm saying is if the shoe fit, wear that bitch, because you talking about how they discriminatory and it's stupid, but obviously you offended by it.
Yeah, they need to wear it. That's the point.
Lace that bitch up and wear it.
Well, more than that, it goes back to what we said before, man. Just because an establishment or somebody holds you to a higher standard and they believe you can be better than that, you take offense to it, that's on you. If I look at that list of shit, I'm going, nope, never did. Cool, I'm cool. If you look at that list and go,
but you know what's crazy?
No, he didn't. You might want to just sit your ass at home.
You know what's crazy is nobody has to tell anybody how to dress when they go to high-end steakhouses like Morton's or Maestro's or Crustacean. No one has to tell you when you go to these 4 and 5 star. But you don't have to tell anybody how to dress, because you know this is an upper class establishment. It's a classy place for dinner. But someone, because it's a Black-owned restaurant, now we have to tell y'all, please don't wear your house shoes. Please make sure, your titties ain't all out. I don't see your underwear. Like,
leave a bonnet at home.
Like, come on, man. Just if you don't want to dress properly, get your shit to go and go home. You can wear whatever the fuck you want to at home.
Yeah, you can be naked as you want at the food truck. They got a food truck out there.
Then go to the food truck. If you do not want to wear clothes, if you don't want to look appropriate,
who contract me to be called?
Get your raggedy ass in the car, get your shit to go, and you can twerk all over your fucking apartment all you want to.
Throw that thing back.
You like her money. You got clothes. You got clothes at the crib.
I don't know about that, though.
I'm telling you.
Is turkey leg expensive?
Not expensive.
Like pricey?
Not pricey. Yeah, they went up a little bit. Everybody did with the pandemic shit.
Santana's assuming people have priorities. Some people don't buy new underwear for like years, man. Let's just listen.
Wow.
Oh no! Listen. Okay, listen. Let me back up. Say, when's the last time you ran out of public in a bonnet?
Never.
I need that picture if that happened.
I don't leave as soon as I get up. I wear a bonnet to sleep. I wear a bonnet to sleep.
Why? Can I ask you? Simple reason why you don't go outside in the bonnet.
My bonnet's not for the outside. My bonnet is to protect my hair when I'm doing makeup or sleeping.
Let me ask you, Santana, when's the last time you went outside in a bonnet?
Let me
listen, you got nice hair. I'm not even being funny. Honest,
I wear a do-rag, but I never wear it out though. You will never catch me outside.
I don't even wear it out to my patio.
Unless I'm taking the dog out real quick. But other than that, you won't catch me outside with nothing.
So when's the last time you went outside in some like black Air Force Ones that's dirty with a hole in the toe?
Nah, never. I don't even wear Black Forces though, but never.
Fam, listen. All I'm saying is there's a certain etiquette. Let me tell you. I'm gonna give you the simple answer why there's certain things that I do not wear out. Hell, I'll give you a simple answer why I don't appear on this fucking podcast with a bonnet or open-toed fucking or holes in my shirt. Listen, man, I don't want nobody to see me like that. I don't even wear that shit around the house. Damn, if you wear that shit to go eat and you're okay with the public seeing you and you don't know who may see you, you're a weirdo. Something wrong with you. Somebody got to tell you.
That the people
somebody needs to
not
tell you
give
for everything. It's a time, and this is the thing. Like, it's a time and place for everything, and especially on bonnet talk, because I know there's been a conversation for like the last month with Monique and the airport and shit like that. My thing is if you're running errands, right? You run into the store, you grab something. Maybe your hair isn't done. You threw a bonnet on, whatever, because you're just going in and out. But you chose to wear that and sit down in an establishment.
It's wild.
Like, that's what? It's one thing if you're driving, running errands and like doing things or what. Okay, whatever. I'll give you a pass on that. Even for the airport, I get it. You want your hair wrapped. You don't want to, mess it up or whatever till you get to your destination. Totally understand that. But you are sitting down for at least an hour or two.
I would too, definitely.
Why? I don't know.
People have no standards about themselves, man. That's just what I chalk it up to. You know what I mean? I'll never understand. I ain't gonna knock nobody, but I'm gonna knock you when somewhere has a policy and they want you to be presentable, and then you have a problem with it.
Well, and then that's the thing is I hate that we go back to saying, oh, they're anti-Black. Those things should not represent Black. And what you're insinuating is that ignorance equals Black. So if I can't be ignorant, you're anti-Black. And I hate that shit, because now what you're saying is all that list of bullshit represents what Black people are. And that's what we're trying to get away from.
I want to tell every woman out there a secret, man. I know men, according to Sean and everything like that, men aren't supposed to tell women what to do. I'm going to tell women a secret. Don't wear your fucking bonnet outside. don't fucking do it. Don't wear your bonnet outside. I'm gonna tell you this: if you want to wear your bonnet outside because you're running errands, wear your bonnet outside because you're running errands. But please do not wear your bonnet outside and you sit in an establishment, you somewhere stationary. If you in the middle of getting your hair done or something's happening and you got to run to the, that's what I'm saying. Time and place. You got to go run, grab something real quick, and then go back to the house. Point B. Hey, yeah. Listen, Mama did it. I've seen it done. I understand the circumstances, and I love my Black women and Black queens and everything else. Let me tell you something. No, what I'm not gonna do is not gonna bullshit you. All I'm saying is, when I say this, is not to say, hey, I'm telling you what to do. What I am saying is, if you do it, I am well within my right to look at you and say, fuck you doing. That's all I'm saying. And I would expect the same thing if I come out. Listen, there's certain things in society that we're judged on. Santana, you get your line and done up, bro. Let's be honest, man. As a man, if you come out with like frizzy, weirdo hair, matter of fact, Sable, you notice you come out with weirdo hair and your line is a little crooked or your line is fucked up, or niggas with that little widow peak and shit, you're judged.
If one of these tracks pops up, someone is gonna be like, oh, that bitch is on there looking rough.
Like, whoa.
Like, she knew better, bitch. You seen that?
Yeah, walk past this glue this morning.
Yeah.
Right. Like, what?
Listen. And let's take it a step further. Sometimes it's not even the dude that's looking and saying, she left the crib with that. The women be like, oh no, she didn't. And that's my thing, is like, we got to be consistent with what we talking about. Like, y'all just not out here moving, thinking that y'all immune to the jokes and the bullshit that's out there, let alone walking into an establishment thinking that you run that motherfucker and you could just do whatever the fuck you want to without judgment, and ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Here's the thing. I understand Turkey Leg Hut is an establishment, Steak 48 is establishment, so on and so forth. Don't come in my house with that shit either. Don't come in my house. If you come in to visit and you listen, if you stay the night, I understand. But let's be honest. If you come to my house and you already got the bonnet on and you just visiting, you must be coming to pick up some shit and dipping or some shit like that. And I understand it. I get it. I got, my sisters and everybody else. I got a lot of fucking sisters and shit. Relatives.
Like Black folks in your house?
I know that's how they're gonna interpret it. But at the end of the day, hey, matter of fact, I'm gonna be personal. If you schedule a dick appointment with me and you show up in a bonnet, you might as well just stay outside. I got cameras. I'm not like you.
But what if she don't want to get her hair messed up? Now that's a little different.
I'm fucking that hair up either fucking way.
That bonnet coming clean off one way or another. You taking it off, all right?
Nah, JP. Whatever's under that fucking bonnet is getting fucked up anyway. You got tracks? Listen, I'm happy to pull the tracks. I'm happy to pull the tracks out. Nah, listen. I would rather.
No, I do not endorse that fucking method. You pull my tracks out after I just sat in that chair for 4 fucking hours getting this shit sewn in.
You better warn me.
Listen, you better pay for this shit to get reinstalled.
I'll pay for it. I pay for it.
Pull away. You paying for it? Pull away. But a lot of these niggas ain't paying for it. A lot of these niggas ain't paying for it.
Where's Scully?
No.
Keep them tracks on your head. But if you show up to my crib with if you show up to my crib with a bonnet on, whatever's under that bonnet, I'm not fucking you with a paper bag on your head, shorty. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. You're not giving me head. We not fucking. I'm not kissing you. I don't even know you until that bonnet come off. I'm gonna be honest. Sleep, cool. I understand what you sleeping for. That's for them. But I can't do it. So whatever's under there,
caress that satin. You don't want to caress that satin.
Yeah, listen,
you know what I mean?
Oh, God.
It might be a brand new joint.
Hey, listen, the bonnet for me sounds like when I see it, I'm like, hey, okay, she want to keep her hair intact. Cool. Because I know when you take it off how you look, and I ain't fucking with you. But if you come to me and you got that little thing, the bonnet on your head, and you talking sexy to me, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking face. But if you don't get this do-rag off your shit, fuck is you talking about, man? Nah. Cuzzo talking about she wearing a stocking cap. Listen, all I'm hearing, what's Santana, watch this. Santana, what's stocking cap synonymous with? JP, what's stocking cap synonymous with? Bitch, you not finna rob me. I need the real fake you or the real you, but I don't want no stocking cap or no goddamn. Yeah, I said the real fake you because if you got tracks in your hair, weaving your hair, wig in your hair, whatever, tie down, I need the real fake you.
You trying to call me fake because I got tracks in my hair? Let's address this shit. So I'm fake.
You want me to say? I'm finna fool you? Hold on, Santana. Hey, no. Listen, you want me?
Let's go here.
We going there. You want me to say, "Ooh, yeah, let me pull your hair," or you want me to say, "Let me pull your tracks"? I know what they is. I know what it is.
But you call me fake. You calling me fake? The real fake
no,
you.
I said I want the real fake you. That's really you with fake hair. It's the real fake you.
It's real hair. It ain't fake.
It's real. Okay, so it's real hair. It's not yours though.
I bought it. It's mine.
Right. So okay, you own it. But listen, I just said I'm pulling the shit out. You said I can't do it. Look, I'm gonna wave that bitch around. Both have fun. After I yanked that
I said niggas can't pull on the tracks if you're not paying to get the shit reinstalled.
Okay, and I said I'm cool with reinstalling it, but I'm still pulling that shit.
Okay.
I'm also on record saying if you come to bed with a bonnet on, I'm ripping that bonnet off. Whatever's under there is getting exposed. But I'm not fucking you with a bonnet on.
I agree with that. I mean, it's not gonna stay on anyway. I don't think any woman would really want to. If you having sex and your bonnet stays on, get a new nigga or just stop having sex because something's wrong.
I've seen some world star fights with them bonnets stay on. It's something going on out here.
I don't understand how the bonnets are staying on.
It's some rodeo chicks.
Here's the thing, Santana.
How the bonnet is staying on.
Santana, you sleep and your girl walk up in a bonnet and try to kiss your neck. You gonna two-piece her. I don't know who you is. What is that? You robbing me? What you doing? I'm two-piecing. Boop, boop, baby, I didn't know who you was.
All right. Let me is bonnets okay in the crib? Where are bonnets okay, fam?
Apparently nowhere for De Niro. You can't don't come to bed with the bonnet on. Wait till you already in bed. I have positively identified you as my
Wait till I mess your hair up first.
Now put your bonnet on.
Right, listen,
wait till I done sweated all that shit out. Now go ahead and put your bonnet on.
You don't need it.
Listen, all I'm saying is look. I'm gonna give y'all a scenario right now, right. This is me.
Yeah, Jay, you had something to wipe. Never mind.
Look.
Wow.
Hey, Santana.
This nigga Santana. I swear to God.
Hey, this is me right here.
Never mind. I didn't say nothing. Don't mind me.
I just can't help it though. At the end of the day, like I don't know what's going on, man. I need some feminine next to me, man. Some feminine next to me. You can't come to me with the. You can't come to me with the. You know what I'm saying?
Just hope you came with two bonnets.
It is going to sleep. It is going to sleep.
That's the double entendre.
So as soon as the bonnet goes on,
and you going to
touch me. It's basically what you say.
Absolutely.
Don't
go to sleep.
Yeah,
listen, the bonnet that you are going to sleep. They tell me nothing different.
You put your hands on me.
Yeah, nah. Listen, now listen. If you cute in the bonnet, then you might be cute in the bonnet. I don't know, but for the most part,
it's in the crib though. That's what we say. It's all right. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Behind closed doors.
All I'm saying is when I see the bonnet, me, Listen, when I see the bonnet, you ready for sleep. And I'm cool with that. I didn't shut down. I'm not looking at you as the sex symbol that I normally see. Oh, you got your bonnet on here. You finna go to sleep. You tired. Okay, cool. Got you. Now, if you try to touch me after that, I'm gonna look at you a certain kind of way because what the fuck you trying to say to me?
So
why would you give me
round two can't happen with the bonnet got to come back off?
Yeah, what are they saying? It's the insult, it's the implication.
So it's like you be in the heat of the moment. Oh, like, wait, they got nah. You know what I'm saying?
All right, listen. For shits and giggles,
ain't worried about that.
Okay, listen. For shits and giggles,
that's just me though. That's just me.
Listen, man. If she under the blanket, I don't know. Your head under the blanket. I like watching. So if you got your whole head under the blanket with the bonnet and you give me, I might not even notice. But if I synced it, sorry, that bonnet is not a turn on for me. No way, shape, or form. I'm cool. I'm all right. Nah.
So if you see the best two cheeks you ever seen in the sundress, and she got a bonnet on,
you
ain't two cheeks in the sundress no more.
That's different because we talking about. Listen, from the back, I'm still gonna put that cover.
Niggas gone nigga. Niggas gone nigga. Niggas
right.
gone fucking
what you want me to say? Sable, what you want me to say?
NGFN. Niggas gone fucking nigga. All my life,
I'm just saying
you
more worried about the bonnet than the two cheeks is what I'm asking.
No, I'm looking at the two cheeks. Let's be honest. Thumb in the butt, head down. I don't even really see the bonnet. But again, I told you, whatever's under that bonnet, I'm pulling that hair, G. I have to. Two cheeks in us. Now, if you just tune it up, I'm might be focused on that. I might be, but if I already seen that bonnet, my G, you going to sleep. In my head, you just decided to go to sleep. That's all I'm saying. And all of this came from Turkey Leg Hut. Are we not? Yes, Ladarian. Absolutely. Whole thumb. Boop. I'm in there. What's up?
You had a Bow Wow versus finger in the ass.
I already said it. Look, I already said the Bow Wow finger. Nigga. Hey, I've been said.
You say fuck you and your bonnet.
Hey, listen, two cheeks in a sundress. All I'm saying is, listen, there's a time and a place for the bonnet, and the bonnet is sleep or going to your hair appointment. That's it. Those are only two exceptions for me. If you come to bed and you think that you can be, okay, let's be honest. I've said this before. If you think you can give the world Instagram you and then come and give me bonnet you, fuck you. I'm sorry, not sorry. If you think that for a second these people should be privy to all your pretty filtered pictures and the rest of that, and you gonna give me head or fuck me with bonnet you, what are you saying about me? I don't give a fuck. Y'all can hate me or love me, but you not finna just get in bed and be like, this nigga gonna take whatever version of me I give you. I love every version of you, but you can't fuck me with that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Sorry, not sorry. If y'all want to crucify me for that, cool. My bonnet chronicles is the truth. It's the real. Do not come to bed unless you got the Instagram filter on.
That's a whole different situation than a bonnet.
That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? If you throwing bonnet on, I'm looking at you like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna do this.
So you want what you see on IG, basically. You want that's what you saying. That's who better show up in the bed.
If they using filters, you not gonna get that anyway. Whether her hair is wrapped up or not, you not gonna get that.
So you want the ring? You want the ring light? You want the ring light on too? When that shit going down?
I'm nasty like that. Put the ring light on. If you
want the ring light in there,
the rest of that I'm gonna see it. I don't even want it. Just give me the real you. I don't even like. At the end of the day, ring light, cameras on, everything else. I want a version of you that can't walk in Walmart or the rest of the world. But if the rest of the world sees you in that and you give me bonnet you, nah, I'm deleting that. Sorry, not sorry. If that mean I'm dropped on my head, I'm dropped on my head. but don't give me a lower
Is the rest
version.
of the world getting them cheeks though?
Fam, don't play devil's advocate. Santana, don't
Thank
do
you,
that.
Santana. Thank you, Santana.
Oh, suck each other off for how like yo it is.
And GF and N, niggas gonna fucking nigga.
Said I'm snatching the bonnet off. They had a problem with me saying it. I'm not fucking you in the bonnet. I said that. I'm snatching the bonnet off. I'm snatching your tracks out. I'm fucking up your makeup.
I just say that's a
You're
potential
not-
towel, and then you get rid of the problem all in one. That's all I'm saying.
A what?
A potential towel.
Ain't no towels. G.
What I said
Swallow my
earlier.
shit. Fuck with me. Huh? I ain't pulling out, huh?
Oh my god.
Listen, y'all going down the road, G. Fuck you in a towel, G. What is you talking about? Why
I'm
are we
just
together?
saying, it's uses. I'm just saying, like it could be, you know what I'm saying?
It's multifunctional.
Yeah, that's it.
It's useless.
And you get rid of. You think
Go to
if they put it back on, you got you a freaky one. If they put that shit back on after that, that's all I'm saying.
Fuck.
You ain't got to worry about the bonnet no more.
Man, listen, fuck that bonnet. I don't even like the way silk feel on my balls. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like cotton and what's that other shit? That little
Fuck.
silk too goddamn. I don't even like the way that shit feel. Get that shit off me. Balls be sweaty to the motherfucker. I don't like that shit. G, give me the Under Armour and the Flex Fit and the rest of that. Fuck out of here, G. I don't like it. I do not like silk on my balls, G. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nothing about silk is
So
nice.
now we get down to the real issue. This nigga don't like
Here
silk
we
on his
are.
balls.
We got somewhere. Hey,
It ain't have nothing to do with how it look. This
I ain't
nigga
got-
just don't like
I
silk
got
on his
nothing
balls.
else. I ain't got no more questions. You fam, you
I hate that shit, G.
I'm
That's
convinced.
too
All right.
wild, G. Silk is a wild thing. Hey,
Wow.
man, whatever, man. Y'all ain't got shit else, man.
Yeah,
Y'all
you-
not gonna make me back.
You won,
Hey,
bro.
do not come to bed with a bonnet on, bro. Listen, none of that. None of that. None of that. You going to sleep? I'll cuddle with you. I'll cuddle with you. Don't fuck me with no bonnet on. Y'all ain't got nothing else, man.
I don't even know what else to say at this point.
What? Who disagree? Hey, Ladarian.
I don't agree or this. I mean,
Right. That's the reason why hair weave killer is in there. If you got weave, I'm fucking it up. Whatever your hair is, whatever you got going on, real, fake, I'm cool with it. You look good, makeup, I'm good. I'm good with all of those things. Just don't give me rap do rag you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Terrence, you cuddling with her, but the bonnet might stink. Nah, I can't do that either.
If your bonnet's, you got a bigger issue. She ain't washing her bonnet.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, let's call it what it is. We've all smelt the burnt hair and the weave hair and everything else, and that's cool. I understand a woman's anatomy and everything that goes with the fake hair and the weaves and the sew-ins and everything. I'm cool with all that. I don't have no problem with that. You can give me that version because men are visual creatures. Any man that tells you he's all right with you coming to the bed looking like a serial killer or you finna rob him is a wild nigga. Keep him if you like him. Keep him if you like him. That nigga's wild. That nigga's that's a kinky nigga. Ooh, you finna rob me, girl? Come on. Like, I can't do that. I can't. Ooh, girl, we playing. No, I can't do that. Like, you not. Listen, at the end of the day, Santana, be honest. You go out and you take your woman out, your wife out, and y'all eating cool. She wandered down and everything like that. She go to the bathroom, get dressed. She don't come out in lingerie. She come out in a bonnet, a couple little pimple creams and the rest of that shit. You gonna look at her a certain way like, I know you fucking lying. All I'm saying is, I know your potential. She said, Lord. No, G, I said go to sleep in it. Listen, I said go to sleep in it. I said go to sleep in the bonnet. Don't give me that. Listen, I'm also a nigga that says don't fuck me at the end of the night. So anytime during the day, fuck me. Anytime during the day you want to suck, you want to fuck, you want to do anything sexual with me, cool. You want to give me a version of you. If you've been on Instagram and you're willing to show Instagram your face throughout the day or Walmart, even if it's not social media, if you want to go to Walmart in your presentable face and then give me bonnet you in whatever face, what the fuck are you saying? I said go to sleep in the bonnet. When I see the bonnet, I think we finna go to sleep and watch a movie. What mistakes am I making here?
So basically, if you finna give up the ass,
yes,
do it before you do your nightly routine, ladies. Don't take off the makeup.
What's so hard about that?
Don't put on your pimple cream.
Hey,
don't wrap your hair. Give the booty up.
Make sure that ring light plugged up.
Hold on. Absolutely, Santana. Hey, listen, let me ask you, Sable. Real shit. What's on a scale of, and I'm gonna leave it this, on a scale of bonnet to Instagram Grammys award night, where would you rate putting the bonnet on? If that's the last thing, all I'm saying is if that's the last thing you do if you're going to sleep, if that is the very lowest and you're not going to, if you don't feel your sexiest, if you feel your most comfortable, you feel relaxed, if you feel, safe. I'm not saying you're not safe with me with the bonnet around the house. Nowhere in here have I said that. What I'm saying to you as a woman, if you think that this is where I'm at and this is my most vulnerable and this is my comfortable shit and I'm relaxed, I'm finna go to sleep on a spa date and everything, whatever, end of my night. Where the fuck do women get off thinking you can give your nigga, and let's assume most men are providers or most men are really fucking with you and going hard and you know what's out there. Where the fuck do you get off giving him that version of you and then waking up in the morning and before you go grocery shopping, cooking, or show the world you gonna give them the 8? No. All I'm saying is give me the same energy you get the rest of the world. I'm not saying nothing wrong. If you're gonna give me the lowest version of you, if you're gonna give me like let's not act like bonnet version of you ain't the okay, I'm done for the night version. I'm done for the day. I'm shutting down. No. All I'm saying is don't give me that. If you know that you gonna do some things to me, shit. Hey, Jason, listen, you take whatever head you get, G. How about that? You take whatever version of head, whatever peanut butter licking she do, whatever, things she do with her tongue and thumb, you do that. That's your household. I'm saying for me, I'm not okay with getting the bare minimum. Now, if she accepts you going to play ball and coming home and digging her down with sweaty balls, that's on her too. I'm gonna wash my shit. I'm gonna make sure I'm well groomed. I'm gonna make sure I come and I give you my best moves. If that ain't enough,
you brushing your hair before you get down.
Absolutely. You know why? Because the camera on, the ring light on.
Why do I keep asking?
You stopping me.
I don't know why you keep asking.
Yeah,
I don't even know why you asked that. You're not
stopping me. I'm listening. On my mama, and my kids, I'm doing the Dougie. I'm doing all that. My foot up. I'm making sure
if you matching the energies. What I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the same shit. Like I'm not finna eat a fucking TV dinner and come eat your shit and give you fucking Salisbury steak, nigga. Like at the end of the day, whatever we doing, we doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like I'm finna go out here and put on, listen, man, y'all know what I'm talking about. Santana, if you giving somebody, especially your wife, regular ding dong, something wrong.
Hey, you married regular
no,
shit.
I fuck my beard up. Never mind. Listen, JP, guess what? The beard be dripping.
Might be a regular ding dong night. You never know. You'll get whatever ding dong happens.
Hey, JP, on God, I promise you on my life, G. You gotta
slap the bass in on before you get it going.
Hey, Santana, call it what you want to. I'm consistent. I'm glad we do this shit live. Guess what, JP? Yes, beard drippy, nigga. Drippy, nigga. Drippy juices and everything else. I'm not fucking around. Fuck out of here, G. Yes, you gonna get the best version. You gonna get porn star me. Yes. And I'm documenting it, nigga.
Oh man.
What you mean? What you doing? You giving sweaty balls? How many niggas gonna test me? You'll give me sweaty balls. Anyway, listen, we on a tangent.
I don't know all that.
We on a tangent or you on a tangent? Because you on a whole movement right now.
We did go we went from turkey legs to silk balls, within 2 minutes.
Shit went left fast. But niggas is capping. Hey, niggas is capping. I'm really curious. You know what I'm curious about? I'm curious about what the fuck going on because it sound like to me, JP, sweaty balls, but damn G, what? What do you mean, damn G? Like,
me personally, I'm not having sex with my hair wrapped because it's going to get sweat out. Like it doesn't make sense. So I get it. Like For me personally, that's pointless anyway. But, shit, they might be tired.
Right.
You might be horny enough to just, whatever. It's just going to fall off in the process. All I'm saying,
and listen, what I said was, let's go back and look at what I said. What I said was, if I see you, let me explain something. As a man, you understand your woman's moods, right? So I'm not sitting here saying that JP, Santana, Terrence, whoever's in here is not looking at their woman and saying, oh, okay, she had a long day. I'm saying for me, like a checker flag and anything that's out there, if you're that tired and you put your bonnet on and you getting ready to go to sleep, guess what I'm assuming? You're going to sleep.
JP.
Right, Jay, but again, listen, but here's the difference though. Niggas gonna take it as hate, but at the end of the day, I work out on a regular basis so that when that day comes, I don't have to do push-ups. I could sit back and drink beer and not do a fucking thing or run my 2 miles and everything on a regular basis. But for me to give you fat me when I gave them goofy bitches in the past, in shape me is a wild thing. So for me, I get up every day and I say, I'm gonna do my hygiene. I'm gonna make sure I'm straight. Yeah, I got you, but I'm gonna go get my hair cut. I know I'm locked down to you. Santana does the same thing. He ain't gonna bullshit. Nigga get his hair retwisted, lined up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain things that you do that when it comes time to doing that shit, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Straight. And I could go into depth into why you do and how you prepare yourself, but I say the same shit about your woman. Like, you're not gonna just let yourself go with me and think that, you gave Buddy in the past young.
So are you talking like overall? Because like JP says, your sex ain't always on. You're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have bad moments.
Absolutely. But again, I said knowing your partner at the end of this. So if I see you wrap your hair, I'm going to assume that's a no-go for the night. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to pursue you because in my head, put your head on my shoulder, we can watch this movie. I'm just being honest. My thought when that bonnet goes on is, oh, we chilling tonight. I also don't want to wait till the night, though. That's my point, is I don't want to wait till it's fucking 9 o'clock at night and then you sit back and you want to do sexy time with me. Shorty, we had all day. Or let's assume we didn't have all day. You had before you knew you was putting that bonnet on that you knew you wanted to fuck. That's all I'm saying. And it's the same shit. Like once I roll over and I go to sleep or I do whatever my night routine is, all right, you know what I'm saying? I think as your man or your woman, you got to kind of know that. But I'm not going to give the world. Like if you see me on Instagram and you see me go to fucking Walmart or some shit and I'm G'd up and then I come home and I strip to the bare minimums. I got holes in my boxers and shit, one toe hanging out my sock. That's sexy to you?
No.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
No.
It's really not that difficult.
No.
Like people reading into this shit.
Take your black ass back to Walmart and get some new socks and some new drawers.
Exactly.
You got me fucked up.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying because for the most part, men really don't have that luxury of sitting back and saying, okay, I got my do-rag on at the end of the day. It's the end of the day. Like we put do-rags on to keep our waves and shit straight and so on and so forth. But if you know, oh, this nigga got, his bare minimums on, nigga, like, gee, it's time to change them draws or something, and you still want to fuck with me, you a real one. And we all know when the motherfucker say you're a real one, you're goofy, you're a real one, shorty. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, all I'm saying is you can't give your woman the bare minimum. And let's say none of that happens. If you give a motherfucker like 6 strokes and roll over, you got yours, she didn't get hers, what are you saying about the rest of her day? But listen, y'all got me going off on a tangent. All I'm saying is Santana, don't bullshit. You ain't out here. I seen you, nigga. JP, I seen you too. While you sitting here capping and shit like that. Niggas ain't just giving up I'm old and I got great hairs and I'm, a dad vibes, nigga. No. Nah. Another story, JP. It's a meme. I'm not saying it literally. I'm just saying it's a meme. It's a meme. That's it. But I don't got
start calling these niggas real ones out here.
Look, Demon. Look at Demon.
D-Montine.
It's a real one.
You a real one.
With the yawn emoji though, when she says what?
Hate that much.
I hear the tone.
It's my favorite emoji. It's just, a little razzle dazzle, a little razzle dazzle. A little something extra.
Get your life together. You should not.
My life is together. My life is together.
You just should not be like this. You should not be a demon.
Why?
Listen,
why not?
JP, love you, bro. Don't put your balls in no motherfucking silk boxers, G. Don't do it. Just
what nigga? Let niggas live. Damn.
Don't do it. Hey, he said Black Power. Don't do it, G. Don't buy me no silk boxers, nigga. Them shit sweaty to the bitch. Balls musty to them motherfucking. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Silk boxers aren't for all day, everyday wear. Let's just
I know.
Out there.
Listen, so again,
that's not the purpose of them.
That's walking out in them, being seen them, and ripping them right off. Like if you are chilling in them joints, you are different.
Yeah,
you wear your watch different.
Let it go. You doing what, bro? Oh, you got them silk drawers on. Okay. Assholes smell like whole asshole.
silk boxers are like lingerie. That's just put them bitches on. Come out the door. Cool.
You walk out just to be staying there for 4 seconds.
That's it.
Like, I got
take them bitches off. Take them bitches off.
Call me uncouth. I'm gonna just come out in the towel. I don't want these silk ass drawers on. I'm gonna come out and do a little shimmy in a towel, G. Twirl that bitch around or something. But fuck them silk ass drawers, G. You can put that. Hey, turn them silk drawers into a bonnet for later. I don't want them. Don't buy me none. I'm cool.
Wow.
Hey, listen, if y'all don't got shit else, I'm done.
I'm good.
I don't even know how we go from anything else after this shit.
I'm cool.
Y'all listen, y'all not gonna blame
we can make any more left turns.
Left turns.
We didn't make a left turn. We flew off the fucking cliff as soon as this nigga started on his tangent. Off the cliff. Off the cliff.
I got that beer out. What did I say? Okay, listen. I'm gonna end this. What did I say that was
another left.
I don't know.
About to fly off the cliff, back onto the cliff, just to fly back off the cliff.
When you started your tangent, whenever you started your tangent, that's when that shit went.
All I said was don't go out in public in bonnets. Don't bring that bonnet to me. That's all I said. You're not welcome in my house.
No. When you started your actual tangent.
The timeline was literally, I can go back. It was niggas going nigga. It was turkey leg hut.
That's really what it started.
Dress code.
It was really just
it was trap music.
We went from turkey leg hut
twerking
to D saying, no, I can't use a bonnet as a towel because I'm not pulling out. That's what this shit went to silk balls. Like,
so listen, why you
that's the progression of what just happened.
You put them directions in Google Maps, all that shit turns left.
Google Maps my ass. He said use it as a towel. I said I can't use that shit as a towel. I don't like the way silk feel on my balls.
That's you said fault. You ain't pulling out. Then it came out that you don't like silk on your balls.
Hey, disclaimer. Don't let me in the club if you don't want me to shoot it up. Okay?
Hit the music, yo. Hit the music.
I'm going white boy crazy. Don't let me in the club if you don't want me to shoot it up. I said what I said.
You're giving Nick Cannon vibes.
But I don't got the ears though. Or baby mamas though. Hey, don't let me in the club if you don't want me to shoot that bitch up. I got this thing on me. I'm gonna get up out of here, JP. Stupid. Hey, JP, join us next week or something, nigga.
For real.
Don't let me in the club. Mouth.
We heard you the first time. We heard it. We heard it. We know what
you don't want me to shoot it up.
We know what you said.
I'm not putting it on your bonnet.
NGFNN. NGFNN. Niggas gon' fucking nigga. Every fucking time.
Listen, every goddamn time. You got it right.
Goddamn
right. Every motherfucking time.
NG fucking
club interests. If you don't want me to
in the broadcast, NGN in the broadcast. End it. Just end it. We're done. We're done.
No, not till I say what I gotta say. If I'm in that club,
fucking God.
Why you let me in if you ain't give me the window?
man.
That's me shooting at the club up. That's the automatic.
I can't. I fucking can't. I cannot. In the goddamn broadcast.